Someone's pulling the strings. Hello there, Detroit Wizdom here. And the topic for today is, if you don't study for yourself, then the lie becomes the truth. So, to give you an example, last night I was watching a BBC documentary about Nubia, and they were saying that perhaps they could have been wrong on how old the ancient Nubian kingdom is, and perhaps the Nubians could have even taught the Egyptians. So that was like the promo. Then when I started watching the video, they started saying that the Egyptians had actually conquered the Nubians, and they came over there and they enslaved them and so on and so forth. It took a turn for the worse. Then they brought it back up again, and they started talking about the pharaohs and the rulers that had ruled, and they showed some of the pyramids and some of the ancient structures. One of the things that really was exciting to me was a rock that had been there for at least 7,000 years, they said, and you could hit it with another small rock, and they were like these big, huge rocks, and they made these tones like a xylophone. So they kind of used that when they were doing their music. So that was very interesting. However, they not one time mentioned the fact that there were women rulers in Nubia. For like at least 1,000 years, there was a reign of women rulers. Napoleon's dad didn't dare go there because they were in the process, the Europeans were in the process at that time where they were conquering people. And so those women were so fierce, they couldn't take the chance on going and being whipped by these women. It would affect their reputation, so they did not go. In fact, they signed treaties, and in fact, they tried to even break the treaties, and Amani Kepto is one of the rulers. She ruled for quite some time with her son, and the remains and the gold and everything that they found at her temple was quite vast. Her name is Amani Kepto. So that's AMANISHAKEBTO. Go and check her out, and also check out some of the other female rulers that ruled during that 1,000-year reign. And of course, it could have been a lot longer than that. But we do have documentation of that reign that was so fierce that the other countries did not dare to try and come and conquer Nubia at that time. So, unfortunately, women and the things that we have done in the past, the wonderful and great aspects of us, as far as being rulers, as far as being warriors, as far as being mothers, as far as being goddesses, as far as co-creating and being the creator of every human being. We all have a belly button. So what does that mean? That we all came from the mother. These kinds of things I'm sharing with you so that we can uplift ourselves, so that we can expose ourselves to things that aren't necessarily traditionally taught to us. It's up to us to share who we are. It's up to us to be who we really are. Declare it even. And when you're empowered with the wisdom and knowledge of yourself, of your history, of your lineage, then you can make these declarations. And when someone tries to bring that imbalance back into the forefront, then you have the wherewithal to be able to stand firm and strong within yourself, knowing who you are, and you have a history that you can go into. In fact, her story